Hi, this is Bill for SparkyChannel.com. Today I'm going to show you how to replace a window regulator for a 1999 Toyota Corolla with the key in the off position and the window about 6 inches from being all the way open. The first thing we'll do is remove the front inside door handle. Remove the Phillips screw that holds it in. Put all screws in a bowl so that you don't lose any. Use a trim removal tool to help pop the handle loose. There is a rod behind the handle that is held on by a plastic snap clamp. Get a screwdriver behind the handle to detach the snap clamp. This is what the clamp looks like. Remove the Phillips screw that holds on the mirror lever and pull off the lever. Now pull off the triangular shaped cover. It's held on by 2 tabs. Remove the small plastic fastener on the left-hand side of the door. Use trim removal tools to remove the armrest. It's held on by 4 tabs. Note where the tabs are so that you know where to put pressure with your trim tools. Remove the 2 Phillips screws that are normally hidden by the armrest. Pop the door panel loose with your trim tool. There are 6 tabs to pop loose. Now take the door panel off and put your arm behind the panel so that you can put pressure to lift up on the window control module. It's held in place by tabs. Remove the wiring harness from the window control module. Set the door panel aside. Remove the door panel insulation, which is just held on by glue. Work it slowly and get it off and then put it aside. Remove this protective metal piece, which is held on by 2 Phillips screws. There are 2 10mm bolts which hold the window in place. You will be able to see these bolts when the window has about 6 inches to go before it's all the way open. Here's one of the bolts, and here's the other one. With one hand holding the window to make sure the window doesn't accidentally fall, remove these 2 10mm bolts. These bolts are all that holds the window, but the window may get caught on the raised nut areas that the bolts go into. You may have to use a screwdriver to free the bottom of the window. Then pull the window out and set it aside. It'll come right out once you've freed the plastic tabs on the bottom of the window from the raised nut areas. Disconnect the wiring harness that goes to the window regulator. There are 6 10mm bolts that hold on the window regulator. Remove the first 5 bolts. Then, with your hand underneath the regulator so that it doesn't fall, remove the last of the 6 bolts. When you take out the 6th bolt, which is the last bolt, be sure to have your hand under the window regulator because nothing will be holding it at all. So just keep your hand under it, and then you're going to be pulling it out of the hole. Pull it slow but sure, and it will come right out. You will need to wiggle it a little bit, but it'll come out quite easily. This is what the old one looks like. This is the new window regulator. Notice there's a stud right here. Place the new window regulator in the hole and work it in until you get the stud into its designated hole. The opening for the stud is right here. Put a nut on the stud, then put bolts into the other 5 respective holes. These 6 bolts are now holding in the new window regulator. Reach in, grab the wiring harness from the new window regulator and attach it to its wiring harness. Snap the harness into its hole. Temporarily attach the window control to its harness and turn the car electric on. Run the window until the nut areas on the new window regulator show in the viewing holes. Now it's time to replace the window. Lower it nice and easy. Carefully work the window back into its groove until the window bottom rests on its attachment points. Work the plastic holes that are located on the bottom of the window over the extended bolt areas of the new window regulator. Use two 10mm bolts to fasten the window to the window regulator. Here's the second of the two bolts. With the car electric on, test out the new regulator. This one is working great. Put the metal hole cover back on with two Phillips screws. Take the window control module off. Now put the insulation back on, making sure to put the door handle rod and the wiring harness through their respective holes. The existing glue should be enough to put the insulation back on. The door panel has 6 tabs that pop back into the door. Work the door panel back into place, making sure to pull the wiring harness through the window control area. Reach down and make sure the door handle rod is accessible. Pop the door panel back onto place. Remember, there's 6 tabs that need to get set in their respective holes. Pull the door handle rod so that you can work with it. Attach the door handle snap clamp onto the rod. Pop the door handle back into place. Replace the door handle Phillips screw. Plug the wiring harness into the window control. Be sure to plug it in all the way. Pop the window control back into place. Screw the 2 large Phillips screws back into the area behind the armrest. Align the 4 tabs of the armrest with the corresponding holes and pop the armrest back into place. Pop the black triangular piece back onto its area, slide on the mirror control, and fasten the Phillips screw. Fasten the plastic Phillips screw on the side of the door. Test out the new window regulator. This works great. Don't forget to clean the window. At a garage, this job averages about $375 for parts and labor, but it can cost as much as $534. I bought the Dorman's driver's side window regulator, which was about $56 at the time I made this video. I priced it at O'Reilly's for $90, so that was a good price. Other available brands of front driver's window regulators are the Evans Fisher for about $35 and the Sunroad for about $31. These regulators fit on Toyota Corollas from 1998 to 2002. I'll put links in my video description for all 3 brands. The trim removal kit I used is the McTuning 13-piece set. At about $15, I think it's worth every cent. I'll put a link for it as well. Thanks! I hope this video was helpful.